Making fresh pasta is one of the most satisfying things we can do in this world. If you have the right ingredients, knowledge and tools, it can be quite enjoyable. In this video we're going to make spaghetti with the guitar. And we're going to serve it with a Pesto Genovese that we're going to make from scratch. Start by measuring 100 grams of 00 flour to every egg that you're going to use. Pour the flour onto a clean surface, preferably wood. Grab your Italian hand and make a volcano. Crack the eggs inside and start whisking with the fork. Slowly incorporate the flour little by little. When you can't fork anymore, use a bench scraper to fold the flour into the dough and chop up the dough into small pieces. Then start kneading everything by hand for about 10 minutes. As you can probably see here by my face, I'm not really happy with the dough. The eggs I'm using are store-bought and doesn't give me the yellow color that I'm after. So I picked up my phone and called my friend who has some chicken running freely in his backyard. Luckily, they had just harvested some fresh eggs, so I jumped into the car, drove over to the countryside and picked them up. Back at the kitchen, I repeated the process of making the pasta dough. And here you can see that these eggs are superior to the store-bought. Look at the color of this dough. I mean, if I compare them to each other, it's like day and night. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, after about 10 minutes of kneading the dough, I put it in some plastic foil and let it rest for at least a few hours. In the meantime, we're going to make the pesto. So to make the pesto, we're gonna need some fresh basil, some high quality pine nuts. We're gonna need some parmigiano and pecorino, some extra virgin olive oil, a pestle and mortar, and garlic. Start by peeling the garlic. This garlic also comes from my friend in the countryside. Put the garlic inside of the pestle and mortar and start smashing it until it looks like this. Then we're going to add the pine nuts and grind them up to a paste. After the pine nuts, we're going to add some of the fresh basil and don't forget to smell it. It smells amazing. And when I make pesto, I'm not really measuring anything, I just go by feeling. When the basil is smashed, we're going to add some of the extra virgin olive oil little by little. And I'm gonna give you a pro tip here. Don't forget your apron, because you're gonna spill on your shirt. Now, cheese. This is Parmigiano Reggiano. I buy this in a local store, and he gets it from a farmer in Italy, and it's supposed to be one of the best Parmigianos in the world. The other cheese is called Pecorino Romano. I bought this cheese when I was visiting Rome. Pecorino is made from sheep's milk and it's very savory and tasty. Last but not least, we're gonna season it with some sea salt. Mix everything together and don't forget the taste. So, the pesto is done. Set it aside, clean your workspace, it's time to roll out the pasta dough. I don't use a pasta machine to roll out the dough. I use an Italian tool called mattarello. Lightly dust your work surface and your mattarello. I find it easier to work with smaller portions of dough when I'm making spaghetti alla chitarra. This tool is made to make spaghetti. It's called Chitarra, which translates to guitar. So make sure it's tuned, cut the dough to size, and use your mini mattarello to cut the dough with the strings. It's so satisfying to make spaghetti this way. Repeat the process with the rest of the dough. Add the pasta to the boiling water and cook it al dente. How do you know if it's al dente? You have to taste it, and when you feel that the pasta is neither hard or soft, somewhere in between, it's called toothsomeness. Drain the pasta, save some of the water, because you're gonna need it when we're going to mix it. Add the pesto and start mixing it. If needed, add some of the cooking water. Add some parmigiano and some pecorino. Using a ladle and a tweezer, twist the pasta into a nest and place it in a plate. Garnish with some more cheese, make sure the edges are clean, and finish it with some fresh basil. And there we have it, spaghetti alla chitarra with homemade pesto. Fantastico! Buonissimo! Mamma mia! If you learned something or if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next one. Thank you very much, take care, ciao!
I'll make you move like your boots are on fire. I'll make you jump like you touch a light.